Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll revise first from first chapter, that is account reconciliation. Then we'll revise advanced journal entry and company and share capital, and then fourth chapter, that is depreciation, because we have completed till four chapters. Actually, today I wanted to start with fifth chapter, that is company final account, but we'll revise that fourth chapter again. Then we'll continue. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone, welcome to online learning again. So this is the contain in advanced accounts you have to study. First is account reconciliation, advanced journal entry, company and depreciation. Till yet we have completed four chapters. We have to cover one, two, three, four. Four more chapters we have to cover. More five chapters. Okay. So was first chapter was is for reconciliation. Reconciliation is the accounting process that we compares two set of records to check whether figures are correctly or not. As I told you, this is a statement. So the you can assess the correctness of the financial accounting, whatever you have recorded, because reconciliation of accounting, you can say that it's a one of the most important activity. So like you have to complete this, you have to check this, because there are lots of reason behind the differences in the account balance, like a mismatch of accounts, like unavoidable balance you can find out, whatever reason may be. So this is the reason on like for account reconciliation. If you do account reconciliations, your books of accounts will be updated properly. uh, your books of accounts will be accurate, like you can follow up your transaction with your debtors and creditors in your business. Like it will help you to like prevent from loss. It will help you do that. Okay. And there are three types of accounts reconciliation you can do. First is debtor reconciliation, creditor reconciliation, and branch reconciliation. So, like for the data reconciliation, there is important to do the data reconciliation. You can say that because if there is a large business concern, we cannot deal with see, we deal with so many parties, so we cannot keep records of all the transactions every time. So, in order, you can say that you have to verify all the entries as per accounts, or you have to tally with other parties' account, and you can say vice versa. So you can ask for the account statement maintained by them in their books, or on the receiving that statement now, we can check from our records with that. So we can check. Okay. So you can do
Yes.
same with creditor reconciliation also, and same for branch reconciliation also. See, mainly the purpose of data reconciliation is to find out any differences as early as possible, so that if there is any differences now, so there should not be disputes later on, because afterwards will data will come and disputes with us, so you can do like that. Okay. This
Yes.
disputes, maybe you can take the examples like agar, for example, say books of accounts in your company, it's showing, for example, say 2 lakh rupees. Okay. In other books records, you can say that, for example, say in instead of 2 lakh, they have recorded to 20,000 only. So you will get difference of rupees 1 lakh 80,000. So you have to rectify that only. Okay. The data reconciliation. This is the reason you can do, like if you do the data reconciliation, so you will come to know outstanding amount from your customers. You can prepare that at the month end. You can say that. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the creditor reconciliation. Same example you can take over here also. You'll come to know how much outstanding the balance is there to payable. In data, how much amount is receivable, and in credit reconciliation, you'll come to know how much amount is payable to the party. So in second point, you can see that creditor is charging correctly or not. See, sometimes what happens, you have purchased the product, or you have not recorded, or you have received also but you have not recorded. So might be possible not find out with that. Okay, so you have to prepare like differences reconciling. So same with the branch reconciliation, you can do this. Also same process to comparing your data with your head office balances and your branch balances. So you'll come to know that transactions are recorded correctly or not, on time or not, efficiencies are there or not. You'll come to know, because sometimes the difference may be, you can say that sometimes check issue by branch but yet not received by HO, maybe possibility, or you can say the goods in transit, you can say. So there are reasons. Is the different reason for debtor and creditor reconciliation. Same like reason for branch also, because sometimes debtor check issue but not received by creditor. So you will not receive. If not received by creditor, they will not receive. Okay, they will not enter in their book. So it's like that. You have studied. Sometimes wrong entry you have passed. Sometimes TDS deducted, but you have not passed entry. Any error in recording of amounts, you can say that. As I give you the example, 2 lakh of 20,000. I gave you the example. Sometimes it happens like goods returned by branch debtors directly to the HO. So you can say this is the example, as I told you. So this is the data reconciliation. We have some examples. We have seen the examples also. Okay. Now you are all getting the hello. So this was the example of data reconciliation we have seen. What you have to do is you have to check your data balance with day by day with your transaction and with your data, whatever they have sent you the statement. So you have to check day by day with date and amount. Okay. So we'll take only one or two examples to remind you again. So you can see the on the 1st April 2010, there is an opening balance of rupees 15,000. You can say that from your data, this is the amount is receivable from your data. That is 15,000 rupees. So you can see as statement is sent by data. So you can say that on 1st April 2010, opening balance is 15,000. That means 15,000 is payable by them and we have to receive. Both are same. Okay. So this is the example I have taken. This is the statement sent by data. So you can see this is the solution. Whatever amount we have which whatever amount are not matching with the data na, you have to reconcile that. So in this question now we have found the data that is not they have issued the check but we have not received yet. So I have less this amount. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to start with always creditor balance. Always start with creditor balance and end with debtor balance. For data reconciliation also and for creditor reconciliation also, you have to start with creditor balance only. Clear everyone? So here we have seen, I have given you this assignment also, but we have done in here only. So statement as per company records, and this is the statement by data. Okay. So as same for creditor reconciliation also, you have to check one by one, day to day, because this is the day to day activity. You can see, as I told you, this is a statement. This is not account. You can prepare like monthly, weekly, yearly, as you know. Clear, everyone? Anyone has any doubt in reconciliation? No
No,
one
ma'am.
has. No. Okay. So in this chapter, you have learned what is account reconciliation, data reconciliation, creditor reconciliation, and branch reconciliation. So next topic is advanced journal entry. Before the advanced journal entry, I ask you some basic journal entry. This is the accounting rule, golden rules. For personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, for debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gain. This is the accounting rule you have to follow while entering the journal entry. This is the journal entry. This is the transaction. Salary paid to Ram of rupees 15,000. What is the journal entry for that?
Salary to cash.
Yes, salary to cash. Because salary is my nominal account and salary is my expenses, so debit all expenses and losses, and cash goes out. Okay. For this second transaction, LIC premium paid.
LIC premium account debit to cash account.
No, drawing to cash, because we are doing the business accounting and this is the proprietor's expenses, so we cannot write in the books of accounts in the business. Okay, so LIC is for proprietor, so this is his personal expenses. So for the business itself, it is a drawing. So entry will be drawing account debit to cash. Just hold on 1 minute. Okay, we'll start. This is the third transactions. Medical insurance paid of rupees 15,874. What will be the entry?
Advance to cash.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So your
Medical
entry,
to cash.
yes, medical insurance to cash. And this is the last entry. Salary is payable to the Ram of rupees 25,000.
Salary to outstanding salary.
Yes, salary to,
Account debit to payable outstanding.
yes, you can say outstanding salary
Okay.
also, and you can say salary payable also. Okay.
Payable.
So salary, see, okay, we have seen the next, that is salary. Uh, you can say, see, we have seen 4 transactions. That was the normal basic journal entry, but now we have to start, that is advanced journal entry. So for the purpose of business, main expenses now for the business, that is salary. This is the, you can say that it is the most essential expenses for the business. What do you mean by salary? Say salary is payable by your employer to employee. You can say that. So salary is one of the most essential expenses of any business concern, because for the business now you can say most important like expenditure is salary, because salary is payable. Okay, you have to pay. Employer will pay salary to employee and it's employee benefit because they are getting the salary. Okay. So you can say that while before making a payment of salary, government has mandate that all the employers has to deduct the deductions. Few deductions are made for that. So that is, you can say that mainly name a provident fund, you can say, from employers side. So this is the employee provident fund. The contribution is employees contribution, that is 12%, and employees contribution, that is 13%. So 12% of what?
Basic and DA.
Yes, you have to calculate 12% on basic plus DA amount. As I told you, whatever percentage employees is contribution now, same percentage employer will also contribute. But in this case, 1% is extra for administration charges. Okay. So next year is you have to calculate 12% or 13% on your basic amount plus DNS allowance. Next is ESI. What is the percentage rate of ESI?
For employee 0.75 and for employer is a 3.25.
Yes. What is the full form of ESI?
So employee
Employee state of insurance. Okay. Employee state insurance. This is the, you can say that it is the act. So percentage rate is employees contribution 0.75 and employers contribution 3.25. Okay. From 0.75% of what?
gross salary.
Yes, gross salary. See, your PF is calculated on basic plus DNS, but for ESI it is calculated on gross salary. Everyone is clear here? As I told you, before making any payment, you have to pass a book entry as compulsory. So this is the book entry. If you are making a salary, salary is your expenses. So salary account debited. From IT department has mandatory for all to deduct the few deductions from salary. So you have to debit, you have to credit it all these things because you have to debit salary account. So salary account debited, and so we have to made a few deductions over here. So employee contribution to PF, employee contribution to ESIs, to TDS payable, to advance salary. This is a format, book for book entry. This is the format we have taken over here. After that you have to payment. So this is the payment for one by one we have made. This is the PF contribution. While making a PF payment, PF contribution payment, you have to write both contribution, employee contribution PF and employer's contribution PF also. Employee contribution is 12% of your basic plus DA, and employee contribution 13% of your basic plus DA. Clear everyone?
Yes.
Okay. उसके बाद ESI contribution. For ESI contribution, employee contribution to ESI will be your 0.75 of your gross salary, and
मैम
employees
एक बार वापस एक्सप्लेन करना
hello.
पीएफ कंट्रीब्यूशन का.
Okay. PF contribution ये आपको सैलरी ये पेमेंट का जानना है, बुक एंट्री का जानना है?
मैम पेमेंट का, पेमेंट एंट्री वाला.
For payment of PF contribution, employee contribution to PF account debited because it's expenses, 12% of your basic plus DA. Okay. And employer's contribution to PF, 13% of basic plus DA. And both are expenses for purpose of employer side, because both are expenses. So we have debited both the amount. And it will go from your bank. So bank cash goes out or balance decrease it. So I have taken bank account credited over here. Okay.
मैम ये एंट्री है ना, ये एंट्री हमें कब करनी पड़ेगी ना पेमेंट के टाइम, पीएफ और ईएसआई का?
हाँ, ये आपको कभी करना होगा. पहले हम लोग बुक एंट्री पास करेंगे, सैलरी अकाउंट डेबिटेड पेमेंट और ये सब, जब मैं सैलरी दूंगी किसी को तो सैलरी को डेबिट होगा, एंड अगर मैंने सैलरी दिया और वो सैलरी में से कुछ डिडक्शंस हो रहे हैं, सो वो सब मुझे क्रेडिट करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे, क्योंकि ये बुक एंट्री है। ठीक है, जब एक बार बुक एंट्री हो गई उसके बाद आपको पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा, तो पेमेंट करने के लिए आप क्या करोगे, यहाँ पे पीएफ कंट्रीब्यूशन का पेमेंट है, तो जब पेमेंट की बारी आएगी ना, तो पीएफ और ईएसआई, पेमेंट और ये पीएफ और ईएसआई यहाँ पे दोनों आपको साथ में लेना पड़ेगा, एम्प्लॉय का भी और एम्प्लॉयर का भी, क्योंकि यहाँ पे दोनों कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं। पीएफ के टाइम पे एम्प्लॉय जो है वो 12% कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है, और फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ एम्प्लॉयर 13% कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है। ओके, सो यहाँ पे दोनों का आएगा। सेम ईएसआई में भी आपको सेम एंट्री पास करना है। एम्प्लॉय कंट्रीब्यूशन टू ईएसआई विल बी ऑफ 0.75 and employer contribution to ASI will be 3.25. Clear?
हाँ मैम।
Of gross
हाँ, ma'am.
salary.
मैम ये
हाँ बोलो ना, हाँ बोलो।
हाँ मैम, ये ESI का जो आपने रेट बताया, ये चेंज हुआ अभी?
हाँ ये चेंज हुआ है, इट वॉज
नॉर्मली
बिफोर
5% है ना ओवरऑल?
नहीं हाँ, ओवरऑल पहले 6 था, फिर कम किया, फिर और कम कर दिया अभी। हाँ
अभी एम्प्लॉयर्स के लिए 4 एंड एम्प्लॉय के लिए 1% है ना?
नहीं, चेंज हुआ ना, अभी कम किया, पहले वो हुआ था। सी इट वॉज बिफोर 4.75 for employers and 1.75
एम्प्लॉयर्स।
for employee. Okay. उसके बाद वो लोग ने चेंज किया, 75 हटा दिया, 4 and 1 किया, 1 फॉर एम्प्लॉई एंड 4 फॉर एम्प्लॉयर। अभी उससे भी वो लोग ने कम किया, 3.25 फॉर एम्प्लॉयर एंड 0.75 फॉर एम्प्लॉई।
सो अपने को अभी कंसीडर कौन सा करना है? न्यूली जो रेट होगा वो
न्यूली, हाँ यही 3.25 जो मैंने आपको बताया ना।
3.25।
यही लेना है ये।
ओके।
ठीक है, सो ऐसे अगर आप पीएफ के लिए भी देखोगे ना, तो एम्प्लॉयर कंट्रीब्यूशन पहले 3.36 था, 13.36 था, फिर एम्प्लॉयर्स कंट्रीब्यूशन कम करके 13.15 किया, फिर अभी ये लोग ने 13 कर दिया। सो मैं आपको अपडेटेड ही पढ़ा रही हूँ। ओके, मैंने लास्ट टाइम मतलब एक्सप्लेन करने के टाइम पे बताया था कि ये कम हुआ है करके, चेंज हुआ है करके। ठीक है, इसके लिए आज फिर से पढ़ा है। क्लियर है ना आपको ये सब?
हाँ मैम।
ओके, तो यहाँ पे हम लोग ने वी हैव सीन पीएफ कंट्रीब्यूशन जर्नल एंट्री एंड ईएसआई कंट्रीब्यूशन जर्नल एंट्री। This is the TDS payment. From your salary, if TDS has been deducted, you have to pay your TDS payment to the government. So entry will be TDS payable account debit to bank account. Next is after that you have to pay net salary. So this is the salary payment. Salary payable account debited to bank.
Bank.
See, as I told you, you cannot write over your salary account. You have to write salary payable account, because you have to nullify your account with this, because here we have debited salary payable account. In book entry we have credited, you can see that salary payable account credited, so we have to nullify this account. Okay, this 4 or 5 you have credited this now, you have to nullify this, so we have debited that while making a payment. Clear everyone?
Yes.
So after that we have taken one example of this, following of the salary detail of the employee of Paramount Limited. This was the company. So this is the question, you can see. This is the question. There are 6 employees in the business. They are providing basic DA, HRA. So the gross salary will be 1 by 1. So we have to take the total amount of salary, okay? Because we are not making individually Akash, Ganpat, Sunil and all, okay? So we have to final entry. So first entry you have to pass the book entry, then you have to make a payment. So first your entry will be salary account debited. You have to take your gross salary amount over here. So salary account debited 79,900 total of gross salary. Clear everyone? Here you can see I have taken the book entry also. Salary account debited 79,900. There are included the deductions also, employee contribution to PF, employee contribution to ESI. You have to see यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है ये सम में, हाँ मैंने आपको बताया था उस दिन भी कि PF का टोटल दिया हुआ है, ESI का टोटल दिया हुआ है. This both are employees contribution to this. Okay, both are employee contribution. So you have to take as it is amount. PF contribution that is 7680 and ESI is 1399. 7680 and 1399 you can see over here. Employee contribution to PF that is 7680 and employee contribution to ESI that is 1399. Employee contribution they will give you like in the question. For employer contribution you have to calculate it and you must know the percentage also. Employer contribution to PF, that is 13% you have to calculate, and employer contribution to ESI will be 3.25. Clear? Okay,
Yes.
here TDS payable, advance pay salary and salary payable. You will get from your question also. Advance, there you can take the total of advance because in
ये
this,
एंट्री की क्वेश्चन किधर पे है? ये जो आपने भी एंट्री बताई पीएफ और ईएसआई की,
क्या बोल रहे हो? आवाज नहीं आ रहा है.
मैं अभी आपने जो एंट्री बताई ना, एम्प्लॉयज कंट्रीब्यूशन और एम्प्लॉय कंट्रीब्यूशन टुवर्ड्स पीएफ और ईएसआई का, उसका क्वेश्चन एक बताना ना, एक एग्जांपल.
यही है एग्जांपल, इसी में है. ये जो क्वेश्चन है ना, इसमें आपको पीएफ का भी एंट्री पास करना है और ईएसआई का भी एंट्री पास करना है. ठीक है, तो अभी देखते हैं हम लोग 1 बाय 1 एंट्री करेंगे. पहले हम लोग बुक एंट्री कर रहे हैं. वो आप जो बोल रहे हो ना एम्प्लॉयर और एम्प्लॉय जो साथ में आएगा वो पेमेंट के टाइम पे आएगा. हम लोग पहले बुक एंट्री देख रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो बुक एंट्री में क्या होगा, जैसे कि आपका पीएफ का अमाउंट 7680 है, ईएसआई का 1399 है, एडवांस का टोटल 5000 है, टीडीएस का टोटल 69 रुपीज है. तो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो ये वाली एंट्री में, दिस इज द बुक एंट्री. TDS payable 69, advance salary 5000 and salary payable 65,752. You can take a round off also. यहाँ पे balancing figure. Okay, this is the book entry. So now you have to make a payment 1 by 1. So we'll start with employee contribution to PF. Okay, so we'll start from advance salary first because in this book entry we have taken the advance salary, but you have to make a first entry, that is when you are making a advance salary, now when you are paymenting it, so entry will be come over here, advance salary account debited to cash bank. because अगर आप किसी को एडवांस सैलरी दे रहे हो तो एडवांस सैलरी मतलब क्या है, मैंने आपको सैलरी दे दिया लेकिन अभी तक मेरे को उसका सर्विस मिला नहीं है. सर्विस विल बी रिसीवेबल इन फ्यूचर, सो एनीथिंग रिसीवेबल इन फ्यूचर इट्स कॉल्ड एसेट. So I have debited over here advance salary account debited. Okay, this is my asset because I have not received yet the services of employee. और मैंने आपको सैलरी पे कर दिया है, पे किया मीन्स माय बैलेंस विल गोज डाउन, सो कैश बैंक अकाउंट क्रेडिटेड. दिस विल बी माय फर्स्ट एंट्री, एडवांस सैलरी अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू कैश बैंक. आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू पास दिस. ओके, सो विल सी पेमेंट एंट्री 1 by 1. दिस इज द पेमेंट एंट्री for PF and ESI I have taken over here. See, you can see employee contribution to PF. This was given in the question. And employer contribution to PF, you have to calculate how much percentage? 13% of your gross basic plus DA. Here, this is the I have given you a working note also. Your basic amount plus DA amount into 13%. Clear that? So I have here,
Yes.
you can take the total of basic and total of DA, then multiply with 13%. You will get 8554. So here I have taken employer contribution to PF is 8554. You can calculate.
मैम ये बेसिक प्लस डीए क्यों लिया आपने पीएफ के लिए?
अरे तो कैलकुलेशन में वही है ना, बेसिक प्लस डीए. मैंने वही तो समझाया आपको जनरल एंट्री से पहले.
ओके,
आप सुन रहे हो ना बरोबर?
मैम सुन रही हो, पर हम लोग एक्चुअली लेक्चर ना ये 4th 5th से शुरू हुआ है सर ने.
क्या बोल रहे हो?
पहले
आवाज
का
क्या बोल रहे हो?
मैम ये लेक्चर हमने कब से शुरू किया है? 4th या 5th. आपका लेक्चर जब हो रहा है तब से स्टार्ट किया है ना हम लोग ने. पहले का ना सर ने पढ़ाया था वो याद नहीं है इसलिए मे बी.
Okay, so just take it. This is the percentage you have to calculate on what I have written over here. अगर आपको PF calculate करना है तो basic plus DA amount होगा. DA is dearness allowance. Okay. And ESI contribution का अगर आपको calculation करना है तो you have to calculate it on gross salary. Clear?
हाँ मैम.
Okay. So here. ओके सो यहाँ पे हम लोग ये डिस्कस कर रहे थे बेसिक प्लस डीए इंटू 13% फॉर एम्प्लॉयर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू पीएफ ओके एंड एम्प्लॉय कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू ईएसआई इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन दैट इज 1399 rupees and employer contribution you have to calculate it 3.25% on gross salary. So this is the gross salary 79,900 multiply by 3.25%. You will get 2,597 rupees. So here 2,597 employer contribution to ESI. Clear everyone? Anyone has any doubt in this?